Bruh. Bruh.
You are looking live at Bitcoin Decimated. Welcome. Traders. So, yeah, man. Haven't moved much since the day stream where the bottom did indeed fall out. And at one point, altcoins on average were down 20%. Alright, it's Patreon night, so enjoy.
No matter how much, even if they've got the ability to unlock 10% of the unmined BTC or name your coin, the problem is that they won't be able to generate new instructions and program you fast enough because there's not enough humans to program.
Right. I would personally use it on Ethereum Classic, because that one's already been cracked. So.
Dude, harsh, bro, harsh.
51. Or how many times?
It's like the fourth one, isn't it?
3
Oh, it's 3?
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Dude.
I'd dump that thing again. I would.
How y'all doing?
Code is law, bro.
Long time no talk, right? I was on a roll. We were going, dude.
Yeah.
We was flowing.
You missed me?
We were both nerding out and making your stream worthless. We apologize.
Nah, man, we were talking about the 3090. Is it TI?
Yeah.
Yeah, man, I can't wait.
Done. I'm
24th.
texting the guy that's building mine. It's
September
takes
12th.
up. He says it takes up 3 slots and it's 12 inches tall.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I posted that in Patreon
3
chat.
slots. Yeah. I didn't know that. Wow.
Back in the 70s, we had giant computers too.
I know what case I'm getting. I'm gonna pull it up on Amazon.
He built it out. Yeah, the base I got was like can swap to, but I don't need a heavy duty graphics card.
I can't wait until I get my new machine.
Corsair.
I have more RAM than horsepower. And,
How much RAM you got, Jeff?
Obsidian.
let me text. They're 128.
That's cute.
Whatever they are, but there's multiple ones. I think there's 3.
Yeah, I'm rolling 384. But I gotta do a whole bunch of virtualization crap for work, so I eat that up pretty quick.
Mine's just
Super Tower.
trading. Yeah.
Oh, your supercomputer is just for HFT?
What's HFT?
High frequency trading.
No, not high frequency. Just having a lot of memory shit going down and a lot of multiple platforms going.
That's
Data
dope.
feeds coming in.
Lenovo's about to release their first Threadripper workstation, the 620S, so that we can get more AMD attendees.
Yeah. Hopefully. It might be a while.
Because I won't take anything less.
What was that?
The workstation from AMD better have a 3990X, because I won't take anything less.
Is that 3090 a reference design?
Not sure, but I know it's one of the most powerful Threadrippers you can get. It's like 64 cores, 128 threads.
Whoa.
Yeah, but the new ones they released for the workstations aren't that. They're a new series. They're the Series 4. Hold on, let me get them for you.
So,
I think it starts with an E, doesn't it?
BK.
I'm pretty happy with my Ryzen 7 Threadripper.
Yeah, I've got a 2970X and it, I'll never utilize its full capacity, or its full, potential, but it's wonderful. Like, try going to, like, a i7 or something after using a Threadripper, it's ridiculous.
I'm still rocking the 77K.
Oh, man. See, that's what I use on my spaceship computer, right? So I really need to,
The spaceship.
like, build a new PC, like, just for the green screen. It'd be tax write-offs and stuff, but yeah, with all this new tech coming out, it'd be fun. Well, look, we're looking at ADA. BK requested it. in Patreon. And it's like, yeah, dude, yeah, maybe it's a double bottom, dude, but like, okay, good luck, have fun with Bitcoin not showing us any edge. Like, yeah, it could reverse here and make a lower high and dump again, or it could just crap out like VeChain, like every other S coin. Like, it just doesn't. Right? I mean, you think on Bitcoin right now, this is definitely an area where Bitcoin would like flag or consolidate for many hours before it makes a decision to go down, or market participants decide to sell again. Okay, I always try to, really word how I say it, because some people, a lot of people will word it like Bitcoin is something. It's like an animal, and it's decide like, what's the Bitcoin animal gonna do, man? It's like, it's the market participants, right? It's probably nuclear on the 60-minute, right? Like RSI is just in 4 hours, just ridiculous. I don't know. I mean, all right. So now, finally, Bitcoin on the 60-minute is showing bullish divergence. Please clap, right?
Please clap.
Win-win.
At the 1272 fib extension, right? We talking about that right before I went live. So yeah, all right. So we could get a reversal here. So you just think very insignificant time scale, oversold, and you're diverging. And you're at a support, a very, very critical support. All right, that's critical thinking, where you get somewhat of a small reversal here. To maybe back test 10,604 or something. Right, that's what I did though. Look, from that low, I was trying to tell you, low to the high, right here, 1272 is what we touched perfectly lined up. I mean, it's like literally, to Jesus, you can't even really tell because it's so perfect. May 7th, 2020, boom, right, X marks the spot. So, but that doesn't like ensure that the reversal is going to be amazing. It on a sell-off that great, you could get a decent markup in recovery, like short term, before dumping again. So, because we're just so high, 10,285, all right, it goes up a few $100 more. That's really not that great, But people might start smoking the hopium,
Yeah, I mean, you can't really do anything until there's an edge,
Yeah, exactly. Yes, you can. You can go look at other assets on other markets, right? And look for other opportunities. I know. Sorry. It's good dialogue. Okay, we're live, man. We're looking live. So people hear it, and they learn, and, it's good.
Yeah, what I meant to say, Mitch, was the crypto assets themselves no longer present an opportunity to give us an edge. We have thousands of other assets.
Correct. Absolutely. It just sucks, man, about the crypto market being so homogenous like that, where it's like, hey, man, okay. So this could be, we could be in this for a little while, looking at the weekly, right?
Are you drinking tonight, Mitch?
I mean, if someone can get me, but no, if not, probably. We got something going on tomorrow, but like, I'm not gonna be a party pooper, and if someone hits chug, I'm not gonna take a shot. Like, that'd be no problem, dude. Right? I don't know. It's just I just had a coffee, and been working out and keto and all that. So
I'll drink for you, bro.
Having excuses.
Please give me a reason. Hey, man.
Reasons to break in the shot glass.
The martini glass.
The one's come in yet? Is it
not yet.
Is it huge?
Is what? That what she said? Of course, but
is the martini glass too big? Like a shot?
For a shot, yeah. You don't. So it's. I mean, you just don't know. Like, you're gonna over pour or under pour, right? Because it's not set up to be an actual shot. So
yeah, it's 2 ounces. So a normal shot is at 1.5 ounces. Well, it might be 4 ounces. I don't know.
I don't know. It's,
the glasses that are coming.
One could make
I think a shot's 1 ounce and a jigger's 1.5 ounce.
Are they
yeah,
good quality?
Very good quality. I like them.
They have UCLA ones. I think.
They're ones I wouldn't
beer
put in
mugs
a
and all sorts of shit. Yeah. So I might order some of those.
That's nice. Yeah, it's just like, it's not etched or anything. It's literally like, if you put it in a washing machine for too long, it would do the same thing that the Tom Brady mug might do if I did that. But, hand wash, pot and pan soap, easy as heck.
Hey Mitch, can you, I'm just curious, can you explain what the bullish 5-0 thing is? I keep hearing that and I have no idea what it is because I'm new.
Sure. We can talk about bullish 5-0 if you want, man. So, first you have to know what a bear shark is, and you're staring at a bear shark pattern. And if you flipped it, it'd be a bullish shark, right? And you'll see in a sec. There's a delay. But after a bear shark happens... Alright, I will cat today. Thank you, man. So, at a bullish 5-0, the pattern would reverse at a 50% retrace. And I'm just saying, like, when it reverses here, this is the bear shark's PCZ, either the 886 or the 113% retrace. It has two different pattern completion zones, potential reversal areas, you could also call them. So it just reversed a little bit lower than the 886. Not perfect, and they're not going to always be perfect. So anyway, from your lowest point of the structure to the highest point, and I'll just do it real quick so you can see me doing it. I'm trying to learn from the low point with our fib anchoring to our high point at the 50% retrace is where we look for an edge on the market. It doesn't mean we enter immediately, because if there's no seller exhaustion by the time we get to the 50% retrace, which is the pattern completion zone or price reversal zone of the bullish 5-0, right? So the bear shark emerges, it reverses at its PCZ, then it sells off and goes down one more wave, 50% of the way. And that's where, if there's bullish divergence here on a significant time scale, maybe even the 4 hour, there's a falling wedge. There could be all kinds of stuff that's going on here. We look for that. And if it's good, conditions are right, we take a long and we become kings and collect tendies. What I really like about this, and I said this before the stream, the pattern completion zone of this bullish 5-0 is confluent with a weekly overhead resistance support back from July 23rd, the week of July 23rd, 2018. So it would be really cool if in time we saw that. That would be a wonderful opportunity for a lot of people, for us to, take an opportunity, right?
I think it also can line up too with the diagonal line that you have going from the top peak all the way in 2017-18 area, and then you go across all of them. The big pattern that we kind of broke out that we never back tested.
Log scale or the right angle descending broadening formation, because we broke out at two different things, right?
Yeah, exactly. The big pattern that we broke out of, not the small one that you did, I think.
You talking about the one I've been doing on Binance? Tether?
Yeah, kind of like the one where it makes a pennant or like a giant flag.
Man, look at this. Holy crap, Monka S. See, this is what sucks, dude. It's like, hey, we build a pattern for, 8 months, and then fake out. Not enough demand to get you. Hey, the great news is, right? The TA was respected in its own way. You had a false breakout, but it's like, it's real. It's not a joke, right? So,
yeah,
it's just the breakout. There's just not enough bids, and or market conditions. Things change, right? Stock market, tech pullback, major pullback today. Kind of rug pull stuff.
But doesn't that make sense to break out and then come back down and test the long-term trend line and have like an absolute breakout? I mean, if we were talking about a major bullish conditions, then that could be a breakout and then massive back test all the way down to that whole trend line, and then a big bullish engulfing from there would be amazing.
Yeah.
Doesn't it also line up with the 382 at 91 for the back test?
Yeah. Hold on, let's go back. Looking at the 91. It's like a couple $100 off, right? You got 91.81, 382 here. So yeah, it's close, man. You get price action, falls below it intra-week and comes up, and people just freaking out. It's like, you look at the weekly, it's not really that big a deal, Dude, it's really not that crazy to... Hold on. It's really not that crazy to go from, like, your high to low and run up in 50% of the way and then reverse, right? So I mean, this is like a strong area resistance. So the good news is, right, the most recent major previous thing we did before this top out was a higher low than our previous low that was, higher than the previous low before it. So, you're going to sell off. Who cares? You go down to 91, 9200. Okay.
There's a lot of confluence around that area. I mean, you have the 55 on the weekly, but you also have the 200 on the daily.
Hold on. Never mind.
Area.
Like the 50% retrace, the PCC we'd be looking for on the weekly would be 81.65. Sorry. And so, you might. Yeah, so 99.50 to 9600 is definitely an area where we could reverse because we were just looking at the 60-minute bullish divergence, right? Oversold on the 4-hour. You're hitting critical support. So, a reversal here for the short term, or just where we start consolidating bearishly, maybe one of the two things. It seems very possible this is the area where it could happen. So scalpers, it's an interesting area for scalpers, I guess, or shorter term traders.
Didn't we have the same pattern? It was being painted on Ethereum as well, but then it broke past that, right?
Yeah, it did.
On the weekly?
It did bad too, hardcore killed it. Let's see, the Coinbase? I don't know, maybe not. But look at this, still fine. Still, dude, it's crazy. Looking at this chart right here. But it could just do exactly what Bitcoin does, right? Where, oh man, say Bitcoin eventually dumps, then Ethereum breaks that. I mean, it's going down to $287 if it doesn't hold 363. I mean, that's a pretty nasty move down. That's, So that's the question. I mean, you're still okay on Ethereum until Bitcoin strikes again, and then you'll be screwed. Because this was well on its way. I mean, it did exactly right what it should have. The TA was so well respected on Ethereum this week.
Exact opposite of the DXY.
It is.
What if Ethereum ends up doing what gold did and not Bitcoin?
Heck yeah.
Oh, I mean, it wouldn't be that big. I mean, they're top 1 and 2 market cap coins by far. So. And it's got Ethereum, isn't that the platform where all this DeFi stuff's happening? I mean, that's pretty. Is that real, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry. Yeah. So just don't want to say anything asinine. Making sure. Okay. Because it's not my domain. I'm not going to be talking so much about the fundamentals of the technology and all that stuff because it's just not my world, kind of.
DeFi's the future from.
It sounds like it, man.
Yeah.
I mean, why not? It sounds a great concept, dude. The idea of it. It may not. I don't know if it's going to work really well, but it could be screwed. But I'm just saying.
Yeah.
As a speculator, I would love for that to actually blossom into a real revolutionary thing that's viable, that can work, that's not a scam. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, that's all.
But that's saying that's a mouthful, right?
Associated with it, yeah.
Such a mouthful. Because it's crypto and too good to be true and scam. It's just
That was
the only thing that could happen with the only thing that could happen with ETH is some other platform like Tron takes all the DeFi stuff away, but I don't feel like that would happen just because it would be cheaper or something on a different platform like Polkadot or something like that.
That's also another conversation we were having before is DeFi is amazing, but there's so many scams within that sphere going on right now. People that I feel it's just, if that's how you're going to introduce people to this, if that's if they're
2017 2.0.
Exactly. It's just
people going to be in and out the door.
Yep.
Not going to be as, it's the less scams, the more accumulation of people we can get in the space. The more scams there are, the less people are going, I think about it each bullish cycle in crypto is like the tide, and when the tide finally, it comes in with the bull market, and then it goes out, and so what's left behind? A bunch of some new people, right? Most of the people left with the tide. So when you have so many scams, you're gonna have less people that accumulate after the the bull cycle that really care, you know. So I think about it kind of like that.
Yeah, it's unfortunate too.
So it delays or stunts growth or adoption, right?
Yeah, like if it is really good tech or there's really something cool there, it's really unfortunate because that's how you're never gonna have like mass adoption or a bunch of people into it if they're being introduced to all these scams, and then that's it. That they'll always remember that.
So we as humans might be too stupid for crypto. Still, like we just may not be ready.
Oh.
It's like we're just too dumb. Like I mean, I don't know what it is. For I'm talking to massively adopt. It's just.
Yeah, I don't even
It's a
know
fair
how.
expense for us to make a few dollars.
I don't even know how that kimchi and sushi shit works. Like, how do you even?
You don't need to know, dude. You don't need to know. That's the good news, man.
Don't worry about it. It's going to be gone in less than 6 months.
Who cares if it's not either way, man? I'm not worried about it. Like, let's look for charts. Any chart, man, that has an edge that looks real good. That looks like Tron to BTC 2 months ago.
That's what I'm talking about.
That's what we're looking for right here. Screw sushi and whatever they are, noodles. Okay.
Spaghetti coin.
Look for the ciphers and the Gartleys. Falling wedges.
What do you think about tap then?
We've already tapped that, dude. We already tapped it.
Oh.
Tap that tap.
Yeah, dude. Been there, done that. Yeah.
Been there, tap that.
But I just like this.
I'll tap it again.
I'd tap it again too.
It's so crazy on this one, Tron to BTC. It's like the only one where I was just like, okay, I'll look at this one. I won't look at a BTC pair all stream, and we'll go to Tron to BTC just to look at it, right? I mean, there was nothing on the market that looked like this. Nothing. Like in BTC pairs, which ones looked just like Tron? None of them look like Tron.
Dude, it's funny because everyone was like, Tron is the king of S coins.
During the dump, yeah, I was like, "There's always one." It was DGB, then it was
I remember
Doge.
that.
I'm like, "There's always one." No, it's not the hedge.
B chain one
I
time,
always thought it was a
right?
tie
Yep,
between
I said
Tron
B
and
chain.
XRP.
Yep.
Did it?
Yep.
Someone say I need to spin. Oh yeah, Catterday. Sorry, man. Got lost in a sea of technical analysis, man.
Can we look at
Yeah,
the
man,
DXY
spin it.
Compared to BTC?
Sorry, dude. No.
Spin.
Dude, the comparison tool sucks. Porgy Mage. What we'll do? I spun. We're good. I will just do a dual screen, right? I mean, it's not as it's not as good now. It was good, right? Look at this. Here it is. Inverse correlated, connect. Yeah, but that lower high, man, was the lower high with the bearish engulfing candle on volume. That was ugly, and you don't want to see that. You just don't.
That head and shoulders.
Yeah, it was definitely a potential head and shoulders pattern. And then sometimes they're not, the breakouts aren't as violent, and then sometimes they are very violent. Like, there you go. We saw it today. One of the most volatile days in crypto, I think, since March, for real. We're not volatile so much, just like intense selling. That's probably it. Because the volatility, BVOL, dumped, I think, you know?
That's the thing, is it wasn't really volatile. It didn't bounce like crazy or anything at the bottom. So that kind of just
good-ish. That's because you remember, I don't know, I mean, during the I mean, maybe not, but like June 26, 2019, if you were watching the stream or you were just watching the chart, that was intense volatility. That was insane. The price swings we were seeing. So I guess, like, you know, the dump we got all to the downside, but again, we're not making lower lows yet. You know, this could take a while because remember 8165 is our kind of like X marks the spot, what we would prefer as swing traders, unbiased to Bitcoin's long-term future, right? That's what we're wanting. So, yeah.
Guh.
Yeah, super good, man.
I've got another question. I noticed that, and I don't know if this matters or not. It's just like I said, I'm new. I'm just trying to look for patterns. But I was looking at the volume ever since we had the March crash, and I noticed that we're making continuously like lower highs in the volume. Does that matter, or does that point to anything, or does it just not matter?
I mean, how is volume gonna ever compete with from before? But yeah, I mean, like receding volume on higher prices is a form of divergence in itself, right? This is the literal sense of it. Hold on.
This is a normal time for it to be very low volume for traditional markets, but I don't know, maybe not so much anymore. Selling may go away, especially with COVID, is kind of nothing. And then institutions really don't have positions. Looking at the 13S from Q4 of last year, Q1 and Q2, like they didn't open up, they didn't buy the dump. So they may want to take a position.
That's something I heard. Somebody was talking about something about that, like how institutions didn't buy the dump when other people were.
They're having to de-risking. Yeah.
So like maybe right now they want to have another dump so they can get in, kind of thing. I don't know if that's like conspiracy theory or real kind of talk or something even. Yeah.
Who knows, man? I'm just trying to figure out if I should sell some EOS or XLM that I'm holding.
Should have done that yesterday.
Should have sold last night. Yeah, yesterday. This morning, maybe.
It's tough because like Bitcoin was and that's like we as like traders got to like think about what Bitcoin's doing, and so I think one of the last things I posted in charts only about Bitcoin, I mean, we had the one thing where it was like the hopium. Let's see. Yeah, the last thing I posted about Bitcoin was that. Yeah, it was the Head and Shoulders, right? It was this, and that's just disgusting, man. So like, if you just got to think, I mean, like we just have to try to use this experience. If you're in altcoins and like people are saying you should have sold, it's like so easy to say that, right? But okay, hindsight's 2020. But maybe next time we think about that Head and Shoulders maybe that's being painted on Bitcoin, maybe that bearish engulfing candle being painted with the lower high being put in, right? It's like holding demand line for now. If we are fortunate, lucky, there's a chance. But really not liking the fact that a lower high is in, and then the bearish engulfing candle is confirmed at everyone, and it's just like, all right, that's not really good. Those aren't good things. All I can do is report it, and that's like why I'm here. I can't tell you what to do in those situations. It's just like a weather report almost. Like, oh dang, dude, that thunderstorm's maybe coming. I don't know,
Yeah,
There's
it's
a
just hard
chance
to
of
determine
dumpage.
time.
Yeah, there's maybe not looking that it doesn't look bullish, so
It's just hard to
surprised I
determine
didn't
sometimes how far it'll go, because in bullish conditions, like you said, sometimes.
Yep, exactly. But we could still be in bullish conditions, low key.
Systematically.
I don't know.
Maybe
I kept
systematically
seeing this way up
DCA
there,
out.
and I was just like, God, we're so high. And if you look at the whole Bitcoin chart, I mean, it hits those high areas and then it drops back down. And I know we had broken out of the 3 dams and everything, but I just thought we gotta come back down. I don't know. I'm just surprised I didn't get.
Look at Ethereum on the daily. Oh my God.
And we still got the hidden bulls on the daily.
On the daily, it could be developing classic bullish divergence. If it can hold 366, and even if it sucks and goes to 350, it still has a chance of classic bullish divergence. Wow.
And it's holding that 50-day moving average.
Can y'all hear the music? Oh, not y'all, but chat, can you hear the music? Where is it?
No.
No, I can't.
No, not y'all. Chat. It's not. It hadn't even touched the 50 yet, actually. which is lined up with 366. Bitcoin sells off anymore tonight. It's going to touch it for the first time. I mean, for the first time since August 12th. But, dude, this is very interesting on Ethereum. Y'all can hear it? Okay, sweet. Thank y'all.
Yeah, I feel like it's huge because, like, I remember earlier in the year, like, I mean, even just May, June, Ethereum was getting wrecked. Like, Bitcoin was going up and Ethereum was just not able to really do, like, I feel like it was underperforming. But now ever since Ethereum like took over, it's just,
it's like think about it, it's like the Qs versus the S&P, right? Where it's selling, it sells off with the S&P 500, but my God, it's not retracing near as deep as the S&P 500, which is Bitcoin the situation, and it's showing like maybe signs of an opportunity actually much sooner than we thought right here. This is just much different looking than Bitcoin.
Does that mean Tron is Tesla? It just goes up.
Of course, yeah. Tron's Tesla, man.
What if you drew Ethereum as a ascending, broadening formation or wedge?
Ascending, broadening wedge, yeah.
Ascending, broadening wedge.
We could look at it like that. Let's try it.
It's right angled. That's ascending, broadening formation.
What's crazy
Used
about
to
it?
hate when you'd always get me on that one.
Oh, good one, man.
What's crazy about Ethereum is like all this damage was done to Bitcoin, but nothing.
There you go. Look at this. I mean, it's like kind of it's not really. It's more so a channel. It's just kind of off a little bit. So.
Well, besides that wick.
Oh, so we say we don't use the wick, and then we use this here.
Yeah, go to the next one. Yeah.
Oh, okay. It looks like Alibaba a little bit from back in the day. If anyone remembers that. You remember that? Not good. It's not a good thing. Let me show you this. Let me. I'll pull up Alibaba. We'll do a dual screen on it.
Yeah, it's kind of right angled, ascending right now.
Yeah, it's hinting more like that. It's almost like, so you see a symmetrical. Yeah, I'll pull up just to
show us the BABA. Then it actually could be warning us of what's about to come because Ethereum hasn't really been hit yet.
Yeah, dude.
And then what would you call the recent touch, like the fifth touch on the bottom?
What would I call it? Well, it's not a partial decline or anything. Let's see here.
Like an inverse of a partial decline, so if it touches the bottom on the fifth time rather than the top.
Isn't it 5 times on the top already?
That'd be a partial incline.
You only need, for ascending broadening wedges and descending broadening wedges, you only need 2 and 2. Right angled and descending, you need 3. And this would be kind of 3, I guess, right? You get a bunch of local touches, but this is like one low, another low, right? Because you get the marks up and then drawdowns. So it'd be the third touch. So but it's still technically upsloping. So, but look at BABA, right? You see this? How it looks and where it goes? I mean, it went almost to the 100% measure move for a double bottom. And then, what a pump. And then, the freaking beautiful butterfly that turned into the beautiful bullish bat that turned into the Jesus man, right?
It wouldn't be bad for Ethereum if it went that route.
Yeah, I guess not.
Between, but yeah. If it did all that, let's go.
Oh man, it's just like I don't know how Ethereum can like hold this support, or 366 for that matter, if Bitcoin dumps. I just don't know how. I don't know how this divergence can play. I mean, dude, we could be at 350 before bullish divergence develops, I guess.
Look at that. There was like a partial incline. I don't even know if you call it that, but on BABA, you can see where it runs up. It starts on the demand line, runs up, touches the 200 moving average, and then just fails.
It had, this was the partial decline of the structure. Right here. That was it. Because look, I mean, from here to the sell-off, it never hit the demand line. So it didn't count, right? Because we know the partial rise. My bad.
Partial rise?
Yeah.
The rise.
So it hit the demand line and then ran up. So that's like what makes it a partial rise. So once it failed to hit the top again, that was it. And I mean, my God, it came back, became a confirmed partial decline. It faked out, right? Look at this fake out before it then dumped, right? And then it back tested it as resistance, the old demand line, before dumping to the abyss. Crazy, man.
So we'll watch out for that at 450 if we go up there.
Yeah, dude. We don't want to part that could happen, right? The divergence plays out, we get a lower high off of it, and then it dumps again. That would suck. But man, this is so bullish right now. I mean, it's been so bullish, excuse me.
You want to see a nice chart? Check out the USD to the Korean won.
Trading View changed the way you have to look up tickers now.
That does look interesting.
Yeah,
Have to add this
it's annoying.
button.
They did change things again.
Dude,
They always change things.
Yeah, I'm fucking canceling
Oh, it's
membership and
changed.
seeing if I can email. Turn this shit off.
Flaming bag of poo on their front porch.
Send them an email. Send them a letter. A very strongly worded letter. Tell them who you are. It'll be changed next week.
Oh, you guys cut out for a little while. Well, did you hear that? The USD to the Korean won on the daily? Check that out.
Yeah, I was looking at
okay.
it.
You guys
Pulling it
cut
up.
out for a second.
No, we just got
we have
quiet.
technical
And
difficulties here.
USD to Canadian dollar looks tasty as well.
We were just thinking about
786.
For a lot of pairs, looks tasty.
Is this anything here? Hold on now.
Time.
Hold on now. Let's see.
Me and Smiley Face
yeah?
went long the dollar.
Oh
We're
my
like,
God.
everyone hates us.
What? Oh my God.
You got a Gartley.
Oh, we got a nice Scarlet.
Dollar won.
Whoa. US dollar's about to wreck the South Korean won, man.
Wow, 786 and everything.
Whoa, dude. I mean, we're talking. That's very nice.
I saw that right.
What's up,
as
April?
the
Is that a
market
joint?
was closing. I wanted to get into it
All
so
right.
bad because it was breaking out, but I just
going 4X.
couldn't trade it on anything.
We're going 4X.
What do you do about this? How do you take advantage of this?
You can.
Wanda. Or
Yeah.
however you say
Or
that.
not. I mean, I don't think it's on Wanda.
You can do it on TD Ameritrade. I think
Okay.
this one. Let's just go.
Oh man, look at this. Look at this. Let's see. Let's see if we adjust though. Oh my god. Look at this newly adjusted. It's not even. It's just respecting down here. 3 touches down here. Lines it up with X. That then lines up with D. Whoa, man. This is serious. Seriously interesting. Like I mean, are you looking at, am I taking crazy pills here?
It looks
What?
Legit.
Like super legit.
What about a historical support resistance?
I saw it breaking out of the.
no,
Flat
sir.
line there.
Not really. There's
Like
one.
sort of where X is.
There's a resistance above you.
I just drew the falling wedge, and that was enough for me. But that's great that there's all this confluence.
But the thing is, there's so much historical resistance right above you. So if you can break that, we could be kings. Like, look, man, this high from 2015, the same high from 2017, the price action correlation August of 2019, and here we are, man. It looms just above us. So if this divergence is going to play out, we break that, we could be kings, man.
The access is on the weekly. It looks like a huge inverse head and shoulders too. From the big drop down in global financial crisis.
Wow.
Then making a
Is that a joint?
lower low in 2014 and then a higher low to the right shoulder.
ELP.
Measured move would only
This
absolutely.
I need to fire up one of the Forex accounts.
That sorting guy's at the door. And he's
No,
using
you
the
can.
long dog again.
Do you think
What
this
are you
swim
gonna
feed?
do?
Outside of that,
Good evening, everybody. Great
I
content
don't really want to
tonight.
say live stream,
I
but
Thank you, Device, man.
Google
Much love.
Bitcoin
Are you seeing this,
Forex
man?
trading. Evolve
What's the ticker and
evolve
ticker symbol?
markets. I don't know, go to Forex pairs, KRW, USD KRW. I'm not positive it's offered.
What was that other exchange from back in the day we used to do when we did BitMEX?
Evolve.markets. I don't know if they have the Care W there. I don't know if they have the what do you want?
Hey, if you're out there and you're in the viewing audience, join the Discord. Oh my god.
Oh yeah. Join the Discord.
Dude, you want to be able to find this stuff? I mean, my god, dude, look at it. It's too good.
Sorry for the music, guys. I screwed up there.
Get right, dude.
You can't just join the Discord. You gotta join the Patreon.
You don't have to. At all. And everyone can find this stuff on their own, for free, right? But it's not that easy.
You don't have to breathe either.
Yeah, well, after Tron to BTC, you have to be like brainwashed communist style, right? To not believe in the chance that it could give you an edge and the ability to make money, right? So,
to tell you, like on days like today, I'm definitely glad to be part of this community and involved with everybody here. Like, I mean, it's just, I couldn't imagine, what would have happened leading up to and then on today, like, I probably would have tried catching the fallen knife and all kinds of, who knows what. My head would not be in the right spot if it wasn't for this community.
I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna post this setup. This is official as of.
Dude, Wolf, good for you for selling yesterday, man. What was the thought process behind that? How'd you come to that conclusion?
Dude, it's actually kind of part of it was greed. I sold my
just wanted to take the profit.
My Link in Cardano and Ethereum that I had like on my Nano because I wanted to have more capital ready to put into Bitcoin, and then everything happened. So like I was actually getting ready for like maybe I might put a little bit more into Bitcoin, and then all this happened. I was like, oh, perfect. And I didn't sell my Bitcoin at 12K. But once we saw a bear flag at about an hour on the hour chart, which is, hilarious. It's the hour chart, but still, when we were like at 11.3, I was like, well, I'm going to cap my profits here. And I just cashed out of everything.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Still doing this.
Yeah, Mitch, never mind. It's not on Thinkorswim. 3-1.
Well, either way, it's like, hey, if you can't take advantage of it, that sucks. But there's like 600 plus people. Maybe someone can, And it's not just that; it's also so educational, right? I mean, like, this is how people learn, So this is how it's being sized up, whatever, So like, I don't know. I think it's a good thing. It's like not a bad thing, right? To post it.
Oh! It was FXCM. That's what we used to use, isn't that right?
And it might, hey, who knows? It could be a gateway drug. Someone be like, oh my God, I'm going to open up a Forex account. And then they have more assets they can trade, right? It's like very good. Trend analysis, bullish trend, right? Harmonic pattern, technical indicators. Oh, yeah. And we could, if I could also check chart patterns, I would too. Because it's like you said, a falling wedge. I didn't even look at it as a falling wedge because it was so amazing. Didn't need it.
Also,
too powerful.
Also, too, before this community, I definitely had a bunch of like hodl mentality, or just like I would get attached to things.
My God,
like not even just crypto, but I mean stocks as well. Like it was just like I don't know, for whatever reason, I wanted to hold on to and be like, oh, I have shares, like with no plan in mind, but I wanted to just own, like this stock or this asset, like. And so it's because of this community that I got away from that and got away from that attachment and got more into just the charts. And I mean, I got to a point now, I'm like, I don't even care what something does. If it has a really good looking chart, like we were just looking at that Forex, like now I'm interested.
Yep.
That's why the Beanie Baby analogy is so good.
Yeah, dude. It's like tribalism and stuff. It's like just, I don't know. It's just like, it is, man. It is. And some people never break it. Really,
it
never.
takes like dedication to break it. It's not easy. You gotta,
I think that's why
it comes from like self-confidence. You have to like, have
XLM.
confidence in your own method.
Dude, I'm doing the trade setup, so like just y'all keep talking so I can no dead air.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Like, part of me still, wants to own Bitcoin, but at the same time, because of the mindset I have now as like a swing trader, I know that I have an opportunity to get Bitcoin at a cheaper price, and I can get more of it. So there's a reason for me, an incentive for me to sell, at a higher price and then wait to get back in, because I no longer feel like, oh wait, if I don't buy Bitcoin now, it's gonna go to 100,000 and I'll never get.
You still have the investor mentality, but at the same time, you're way more of a trader where you'll take the profit and you'll get back in. You'll swing on. You're not gonna just like hold all the way to 100 and whatever, however high it goes.
You lost the FOMO.
Yeah. Also, too, I have I can be kind of a little pessimistic, and so like swing trading, I feel like it's perfect for me because I don't know, growing up in my life, I've definitely recognized like that you can have things that can be taken away from you or they can disappear, and like so like that swing trading mentality is perfect because it's like I don't have to fully trust the market that will be, these things will be here tomorrow, because I can take advantage of it now and make the most out of it, but I don't have to rely on the fact that tomorrow the rug could be pulled and it could all be gone and I'm going to be stuck, holding that. Like,
bird in hand is worth two in the bush.
Yeah.
Yeah. Got to keep that mentality close at hand. Yeah, for sure. It's like,
almost done. Sorry.
Otherwise, you get caught having to wait. You have to pay for the mindset with time or with money if you decide to just take the loss.
Right.
It depends on you. It depends on your situation. Like, are you needing that money? Like, do you need to take it out so that you can trade it somewhere else, or how much are you invested? How much are you? That's the whole thing is portfolio management, right? How much of your percentage are you trading on every trade?
Totally. Something I've been struggling with is like, it was always about stacking the Satoshis and, converting everything to Bitcoin. And I was a Satoshi stacking we're streaming. And, I was just like, God, am I, times like this when it's like half of everything is in cash, I'm like, do I really want to just be converting to Bitcoin? I question like the whole deal. And I know it's good to have some in cash and this and that, but like the whole concept of just converting any gains over to Bitcoin, I question that, times like this.
Right.
I would really highly suggest having like a trading plan. I know if you've gone through the Apprentice logs or anything like that, then that's one of the things highly recommended.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, without a trading plan, you feel completely lost.
Worried. You're up so much from the bottom that it doesn't matter. Your trading stack is different to your hodl bag.
Yeah, that's true too. Yeah, I have both.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, I got a plan. It's just times like this I question sometimes.
Yeah, when we had that major dump back in the COVID thing, when we got all the way down to 3,900, I was seriously questioning. I was like, man, this thing really could just die. But then it bounced heavy. It went right back up to 5K and started moving, and like
all the way to 12.
Yeah, I mean all the way up to 12. Yeah, it's like, well, crap. Well, what is this? I mean, the network effect is real, and this thing is like just like any other asset that gets that network effect. Like Tesla, all of a sudden it starts going up. People buy it, it goes up. If people buy it, it goes up. It's like, well, and then there's technicals as well, but there's you gotta admit, like, there's a network effect. Like when things go parabolic, like so fast, it's like, what the heck is going on? Like, how does it go so fast?
Yeah, I mean, with like Tesla's a great example, because I I know people who they've never even had a trading account, they've never invested, but they suddenly want to buy Tesla. You know, like when it gets to that point where everybody's...
Yeah, exactly. Like other people call it FOMO. I mean, I think the more accurate way to call it is the network effect. Like it's just this sort of psychology, this like sociology. It's like a mass, like a swarm effect. Like if you look at birds, right, and they're swarming, and it's like, how does that happen? Like how do they stay together? It's sort of I kind of look at that. It's like a similar thing with trading the market. Like the market itself is this gigantic swarm, and
it's a herd mentality.
Yeah, and as attention goes to one thing or to a specific thing, more attention comes, and then more. It's like a runaway effect almost, and then eventually, it goes the opposite way. It starts selling, and then it sells more, and then more and more, and it finds a balance. And overall, there's a trend.
Something's crazy about Ethereum right now. So daily, we said it could be showing like classic bullish divergence, class B, right? And then you look at the 4 hour, this could start showing literally somehow. This could be hidden bullish divergence technically if this was the bottom. If we were starting to really reverse here, again, it doesn't matter because of Bitcoin, but I'm saying there's still a chance, right? A Jim Carrey chance that hidden bullish divergence, man. That's nuts, dude. Daily and 4 hour.
I hope so, man.
Yeah, it's hopium. It's not hopium. It's literally me just reporting what potentially is still valid. Right? That's all it is, man. You just report it, and it fails sometimes, and sometimes it plays out. But
you just keep an eye on it. As
yeah,
it starts
something.
To develop,
this is
mature, it's like okay,
and it's all happening at a demand line, right?
Well, maybe if Bitcoin does nothing, maybe ETH has a chance to pump.
Yep. I mean, it might outperform on Bitcoin's. Just we talk about why Bitcoin could reverse here, right? Because we're at critical support from the old trading range, and we got 60-minute bullish divergence, very clear now. And you're oversold on the 4 hour, right? These are reasons why Bitcoin could arguably have a decent reversal here, just to maybe reset the oscillators and make a lower high eventually, and then sell off again. And then when we sell off again after all that, we would then maybe start showing some seller exhaustion, and it happens over and over and over again, right? And just I try to walk us through it, like, because I'm streaming every day, right? And it's just like, all you can do is be like, this is the part we're at this first part, okay? We got to wait for the second part and then the third part to play out. When the third part plays out, that's when we look for the edge, okay?
If Ethereum's a daily bear flag, we could retrace to 382, 420 bucks. I long bear flags.
So, Ethereum bear flag?
On the daily, if it is, you can still retrace all the way up to a 382 for a bear flag.
Yeah.
Bottom fishing flag.
So, but like the thing is, man,
long in the bear flag.
But the thing is, it's like, what if the 4 hour divergence, hidden divergence, somehow ushers in the maturation of the daily class B bullish divergence, man? How nuts would that be? I mean, that would be like crazy to see that happen. But I just don't know how it can do it if Bitcoin's dumping again. But yeah, you're right. Maybe Bitcoin flags or goes sideways, and that would give Ethereum the breathing room to actually run up to maybe test 416 again as a resistance, right? And then, or it goes up even more eventually and tests like 440, 450 and forms its own head and shoulders. And in this situation, it would be an ascending broadening wedge would have a partial decline. What is going on with these noises? Yeah, partial decline idea.
Wow.
So there you go, man. We got some good ideas here in Ethereum camp. It's not over yet. This could be a reversal point.
It's just hard to think that ETH will stay at its price if Bitcoin takes another dump, though, like what you said before.
Jeremiah says there's no such thing as technical analysis on a manipulated market. Okay, dude, every market's manipulated, right? And, we just looked at Tron to BTC. Dude, come
We will
on, man.
manipulate the market by participating in.
Join the light, man. Join us. We can show you the way.
Moved away.
He just hasn't seen the light yet.
I added some extra confluence on that USD to Korean won.
Dang it, Bradford's not answering.
Chat there.
There's nowhere to trade it.
Nowhere to trade it. It's just good.
Hey,
We're just gonna
come to
have
Australia.
It's
You
just
can
gonna
trade
be
everything.
straight up educational trade setup. But hey, man, what are we gonna do?
Not a pair that we can trade for some reason. I don't know. Trade the damn Russian ruble and the Chinese offshore yuan, but
The Filipino peso or whatever it is.
Look at that Scotland flag.
Hard. Willow was trying to get a trade that.
Oh man, can't trade the Korean won.
No.
That market is probably more solid than like more practically priced, than most markets, maybe even ours.
The Korean?
Yeah.
Dude, this is like
look at the Kospi. Kospi.
It's hidden bullish
new
evidence
all-time
in
highs
classic
before the Qs. Kospi was there. Went straight up.
Oh, that's
pulled back though.
I mean, that's like 3-1 right there, right? Look at this on Ethereum. I'm just thinking here. We're just spitballing, but it's like where you are now. Yeah, 389 monthly. You don't break that. Okay, if we fall down again, if you go down to like 369, you break this demand line. Well, I mean, you just tested it twice, and that's a nice big spinning top candle right there. So it could act as a
The
reversal.
high to low.
What do you
So
mean?
let's say Bitcoin just totally dumped again, which is very possible.
Oh, yeah,
Then,
sure.
Ethereum do you feel like Ethereum's kind of isolated, like separate from that?
No,
Like, it's
absolutely not. Look,
Well,
it
it's
just
like
had
the
20%
leader.
losses in less than 2 days. So no, it's definitely
Come on with it.
yeah, it's
So
coming
tight
down. It's
stop
gonna
loss.
fail. Yeah, tight
Unless
stops.
It would be wrecked.
Yeah, it'd get
Unless it
killed.
becomes the chosen one.
Yeah,
and
in which you just
TRX
have no idea.
TRX gets taken over for
Like Tron. But you can't guess that. I mean, that's so.
It could
One-
merge
one
with
out of all.
AI, man.
There it is.
Well, I feel like Ethereum's kind of outpaced Bitcoin lately, though, hasn't it? I mean, it broke through more
Well, it has,
resistances than Bitcoin did, and so now if it's going to retrace, it's going to come back to the next resistance. That's less
Outpacing it on
spin
the- on the
right?
rise.
I mean, you see where I'm going with that?
Yeah.
Well, Ethereum
by
has more.
popularity. Ethereum people want it more demand than Bitcoin.
It's
It
got
has
more
more use
ground to make up than Bitcoin.
Yeah.
So, my opinion.
Say.
My opinion. When you have more ground to make up, when the macro is defined by Bitcoin,
Yeah.
a bull run can be imminent.
The other thing with Ethereum too is the whole people want to have at least 32 F or whatever for the staking that's coming up in F 2.0. So there's a bunch of people that have.
That's
30
still all speculation. I
No,
mean,
no, it is. But
People
it's
aren't stacking Ethereum just to stake.
There's I know several people who are just holding it because they want to stay. They like
What's
because they want
the-
to join the
what's the
2.0.
benefit?
You know the way.
What's the benefit? of
Oh,
that?
DeFi too. They're spending a bunch of ETH on transactions.
Oh, yeah.
Well, that's good for traders. That's good for traders because then it locks up Ethereum because people are chasing interest for APY, and then
Exactly.
people who are trading it. Yeah, people who are trading it are, their
It's really great for us
asset
because
becomes deflationary.
Yeah, it's basically they found a way
Thanks for
to
threes.
get people to hold crypto besides the whole hodl mentality. Like there's an incentive for people to want to hold on to it.
I think it's going to be a bubble pop, and it'll be pretty brutal when it happens.
yeah.
But I think in the meantime, we're kind of in this, weird zone where it's like, the Ethereum chart, looks like it's equivalent to Bitcoin having already broken the 14K mark, right?
Yeah, but the
Can you
people
kind of
who
see
are
that similarity, right?
Is
the
that
people who are
the
trying
top?
to accumulate 32
have to-
Ethereum are not moving these prices around. The people who are trying to accumulate 32 Ethereum are like buying a half of Ethereum at a time. It's a slow process for those folks.
No, what I'm saying is they're already holding it. They already have bought that and they're holding it. Like they bought, at 200, 240, 230. Like they bought it and they're holding it, and they have no intention of selling it anytime soon because they're.
That might be the case, but they're not really driving the market because those are, in the big picture, those are small players. People who are really going to be making the staking nodes are really, they're holding like multiple nodes worth, not just 32 Ethereum.
Can we get a comparison on the Fibonacci from the all-time high to the low for Ethereum versus Bitcoin and see if it actually surpassed the 618 of the retrace that Bitcoin reached on the 14K?
It didn't.
Ethereum? It didn't, right?
No. Absolutely not. Not even close. Not even close. Dude, $923 is the 618 on Ethereum.
Yeah,
$923.
So Ethereum's not close to what
it hit the 382 and reversed, I believe. I think it's literally.
If you have to look at it from the all-time high to the next all-time low, so it's not close to that.
So
it's underperforming.
Absolutely, yeah. That's been.
But in this.
No, it didn't even hit the 382. My God, hit the 236. That's what it was. I knew it was some fib node.
236.
Yeah, dude, that's like good news. I don't know. Even if it breaks, you don't want it to. It just would be so stupid to break back below 366. Like okay, dude. What it can't. It's no harmonic here. It's an XABCD though, and really, what did it hit from the previous high to low? Was it a 1414? Dang, I didn't even look at that, man. A 1414 fib extension is where it reversed. It was confluent with the previous high, July 2018. So yeah, whatever. Just more reason why it might reverse there, and it did. So,
it makes sense.
So that's okay. I think we'll be able to find opportunity on this.
You look at like the parabolic run of the last wave right back in 2016, 2017. We had gigantic sell-offs along the way and like huge periods where we'd go sideways.
Didn't I do
a month or two at a time, especially in 2016.
Didn't I do like my Fibonacci video looking at like the run up in 2017 where Bitcoin just kept like going down 62% of the way, like reversing and then the mooning again, like so assets
just creates higher lows.
Yep. And so that's what we're looking for here.
We just broke out, so we're probably. I mean, where's the previous low? 3,900 or is it 9,100? I mean, if you want to look at
3850 on Bitcoin, 3850, and then before that 3150.
So if you look at the macro, it's like, well, it's just more higher lows, and maybe it's just this whole.
So seeing 8150 wouldn't be crazy.
A lot longer. It just takes longer. That's all. So I mean, if you want to look at fundamentals, that's all I'm talking about.
Yeah, how are futures looking? That's a good question. Hanging in there, stable and steady for now. It's getting a little
beat up, but
it's recovering. It started looking at
Dow aren't doing bad.
Yeah, there's stability, just lack of volatility is all I would prefer here. And, just for the macro, I don't know. It'd be hilarious if we get another bamboozle, right? We get like just the exact same amount of volatility, just the upside, and just like
I'm starting to think. I'm like, I don't know about Pump Friday, but it's like, all right, you're going into a 3-day weekend. You had someone was talking about like the insane runs that some like that last part of Tesla and Apple, and when those things start to stall out, like market movers or big institutions will push it up further to continue the FOMO, and then they'll just dump it on people's heads. And so it's kind of buy the rumor, sell the news thing, and with how big that those two combined, like they're waiting in the Qs and Apple's waiting in the S&P.
Gotta get that pump weekend going.
I think the composite man is accumulating his position in like airlines and financials, maybe. Like it just kind of looks like it. I mean, down there.
Who coined composite man again?
I can show you the composite man position.
Composite operator.
They're all public.
Yes, Wyckoff. What is it?
They're all public.
What's all public?
the composite man's position in public companies.
Yeah, but like
what do you want to know?
when they're painting their, you know, they're painting on the chart. We're watching the breadcrumbs of them, even if we know who
There's
they
certain
are.
ones. I bought AMC.
Central Bank's my favorite composite man.
What's that?
Central Banks are my favorite composite men.
They can't buy
I like Black
gold,
Rock,
dude.
man.
Gold, not equities.
They can't buy.
Gold.
They can't buy stocks though.
They can buy gold, dude.
Well, yeah, the bank bought all the gold.
Tokyo's Central Bank of Tokyo can.
Yes, they can, and their economy is terrible. It's been terrible.
Yeah.
Jeff, what are you seeing on AMC right now?
Yeah, that could be. I mean, I haven't looked at it at all.
I mean, it had fundamental value on it, but it was also, it was beat down. Never really kind of had the runs of some, everyone reopening stocks. Whenever vaccine news came out, it was like airlines pumped, cruise lines pumped. What was it? The Simon Property Group pumped. Those were like the classic reopening stocks. I have to go and look and tell you what I saw.
Kind of like got a cup going on right now. Gotta look at the 4 hour.
I was looking at the daily. I mean, look how deep it was. The golden mean ratio, right? Like you fell below it. Now you like rallied. You're like somehow the golden mean ratio has the spring in the back test of the spring. What the heck? Now you're above the 200-day moving average. Yep. First time since April. So good stuff there. Yeah, but hey, man. I mean, it's like some accumulation's clearly going on.
It gapped up yesterday too, which is it's bull.
Didn't they like reopen or something? Or something?
They had two news events that came out.
They opened last week.
Dude, it'd be amazing to like sell off one more time, make a third consecutive higher low. God, pull a cake, dude.
Seriously, I was just about to say, can we just look at cake to like feel better about everything?
Chartgasms. Let's have a chartgasm.
We don't. I know
Chart
we looked at
porn.
it before, but know, seriously, I gotta say, like my crypto account is down, 25%. My stock account is up like 50%. So, I mean,
cake on the
I
weekly.
don't know. It's just kind of like,
patterns
a lot of those setups, LHX and cake and work. I mean, they all
value
out,
perceived areas, deep retraces. Didn't quite get to that 886, but there you go. 3% off, man. Oh my god. So what happens? It could play out, and on the weekly, it could come and double bottom or something. Yeah, I mean that could happen. And time say it runs up, makes just another lower high, and then dumps, then you eventually double bottom down here, like in 2022, and then we'll really become kings. Keep our eye on it, all right? I'll keep you posted. Talk to you then.
Cheesecake Factory. All right.
I bought that is cake. I bought some restaurants. Darden.
So look, I mean, cake's still broken out. It broke its, it could always up thrust and fail again. But
that's a 4 hour. Wow.
Yeah, but think about, I guess there was a transfer of wealth around, different commodities and stuff, but cake going up with everything dumping, it's pretty awesome. But I know it, like tech, I mean, I was FOMO. You guys were like riding high on Tesla and all the tech stocks.
Tesla, I don't think.
Oh, well, I mean, like what?
Tesla's like Ripple in the
AMD
market.
So I FOMO'd into AMD and then pulled back and got into Nikola.
Ooh.
And I mean, I got some gains, but then it decided to crash. So we should look at LHX. That was a trade
we will.
setup, yeah?
We will. Look at this though. Look in log scale, Ethereum to Bitcoin. Someone brought it up, and it's like they're talking about longing. Dude, if you're talking about long Ethereum to BTC, dude, you better. I mean, you're probably gonna lose money, dude. Like, there's a high probability you're gonna lose money, dude. Just saying. All right.
Remember that was the Jesus chart of the altcoin spring of May of 2018.
Yeah, dude.
Ethereum
Holland will
to
do it.
BTC
Thanks.
because everything was versus BTC.
Like, you're at a critical resistance. It definitely, look at this, dude, on the daily. Look at all this bearish divergence. you're showing. What the heck, man? I mean, that is okay. This is actually a good opportunity for someone to maybe go short. But the problem is, you got to think about it like this. Though it's showing all this, now here comes the crypto Pepe Sylvia. We're looking at Ethereum to the US dollar. All right, the Ethereum to US dollar is at a demand line showing classic bullish divergence maybe on the daily and hidden bullish divergence on the 4-hour. So if that was the case and it could outperform Bitcoin, this all of a sudden just breaks the upside. So it's really tough here, you know. I hate that about like the ETH to US dollar to BTC pair. It makes it so complicated. Right? It makes it just you overthink it.
Yeah.
Because
Bitcoin just pumps and outperforms ETH, and then that dumps.
No, the other way around. ETH outperforms.
Well, I mean, that's what we're looking at right now. Is like
it
looks like it's at a resistance compared to the performance of Bitcoin. It might dump compared to the performance of Bitcoin. That's what it looks like on this.
If Bitcoin just completely reverses, goes back to 12K, and ETH just does nothing.
I mean, even if Bitcoin dumps, it looks like what would happen is ETH would dump more.
Yeah.
Well, we got to look at what the dollar's doing these days. And I think you just have
that's a whole nother thing, yeah. The DXY, that's a whole nother thing.
And then the dollar,
we know that's showing hidden bearish divergence right now on the 4-hour. Hidden bearish divergence on the US dollar.
I mean, to be honest, Bitcoin dumped today pretty freaking hard, and Ethereum just sat there. It literally just like sat.
Yeah, because that's stronger. So
the dollar had already run up 8 hours before Bitcoin dumped.
But I mean, that could have a lot to do with it because there's so many variables associated with the dollar. There's so many variables associated with everything, but a lot of it has to do with if the dollar pumps right now, I think we're screwed.
You know, what would solve this if we had a three-way chart here, like a 3D chart, right? That plotted all three things in a three-dimensional space.
And talk about 5D chess.
Yeah, but if you're talking about
Ethereum's
DXY dumps,
and Bitcoin's down what 8? So Ethereum did outperform to the downside. Ethereum's down more right now than Bitcoin is.
That's the thing, yeah.
Because
Ethereum just outperformed upwards, so because it went up more, even though it came down more,
it comes down more.
But it still looks fine because thankfully.
Right.
Yeah.
I see.
But FBTC is at the top at its resistance. Bingo.
Yeah, like Bitcoin bought like worldwide.
It's still up a lot.
It's bought, most heavily with the Korean won. So you'd actually want that chart to keep going down. Well, if they're buying in the dollar. That's only if you're transferring money, you're transferring your Korean won into the dollar to trade it. You get more bang for your buck.
Poncho, why can I not find your channel?
Is Bitcoin still following gold or silver?
Nah, not at all. Nope.
I think they're just
gold held so much stronger than Bitcoin.
I think it's just following
the dollar
risk on assets.
But again, gold is outperforming Bitcoin big time.
You look at the
Peter Schiff is smiling right now.
2015 to February 5th, 2018 run for Bitcoin had already dumped by then, but then all the alts still pumped until January, and that's when the market took a dump. And then mid-April to early October, that's when 2018 the U.S. markets ran up and crypto did all right, but then that dumped again. And we ran. Yeah, there's a lot of liquidity. There's not a lot of places to get yield out. So, professional money managers are having to be creative. So,
the Bitcoin to Ethereum to US dollar chart, please. Can we have this? Thank you. Yeah, that's right, Matthew.
Bitcoin.
That's what I'm trying to say.
A triple, yeah.
Yeah, dude, this is literally us trying to, put together which was what. What's going to happen then, man? What does that mean? I don't know. It's like US dollar, Ethereum US dollar looks okay for until Bitcoin decides to dump again, which it could. Yeah, I don't know. Ethereum to BTC. Yeah, I guess like Bitcoin could dump and Ethereum could dump, and if Ethereum still outperforms the selling, then I guess it would go up a little bit, maybe.
I think our saving grace.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Percent retrace up to the upside.
go Ethereum, not losing as much as Bitcoin. That's all we could hope for. All right.
I think our saving grace is the dollar dumping right now, honestly.
Mm-hmm. Let's make it happen, dude. Let's make the hidden bearish divergence play out. It'd be great.
No, because we're long USD pairs in Forex, so we want that to pump.
Oh yeah.
The dollar just looks like it's making lower highs, lower.
It is right now.
I don't see it like blasting off and reversing.
Chart is implying impending price action continuation to the downside next, but 92.55 could be tested as a support again because it is a critical ice line from history. If you test that and hold, if you bounce off that, yeah, that's not good for like, you know, Bitcoin and gold and stuff. It bounces and runs up to test here. Oh boy, yeah, that's gonna be, yeah.
But to the Korean one, it looks good.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Good. So that's what we need.
That's true. Yeah.
Other currencies.
Unfortunately,
no one. Crazy 2 months.
Like 3 patrons can trade the U.S. dollar to Korean won. So.
Yeah, but who's the largest purchaser of crypto?
Oh, those are Koreans, man.
Damn Korean.
Let's go. It all makes sense.
And the second largest purchaser of crypto is in the euro.
All right, all in on something.
Bitham got investigated. You know, that came out on CoinDesk, and like, dude, CoinDesk and those things, those are like National Enquirer news sources. They basically got the IRS showed up to look at the books. That happens, and they go ahead and print that story. So I don't know if that caused that pump. I think people were just there was market movers that were taking risk off in highly profitable positions yesterday before a 3-day weekend when the Qs looked like Tesla, when the S&P, Dow, consumer staples, utilities are all hitting new all-time highs. It's like, okay, Tesla and Apple had that.
Let's go, Moss Trimmer.
And Nvidia was insanity.
Which time?
Just this run from
this time
to 500.
Sorry, man. The old days were, you know, crazier. I
didn't know what it. I owned Nvidia without knowing what it is. Yeah, because I owned the PHLX, the semiconductor index, and I own SMH, and I own, you know, obviously the index funds. But no, I'm like, what are we talking about here? What is this thing?
It's a beautiful thing. It's a wonderful thing.
Yeah, it went nuts. They got crushed. China's talking about
10%. Them and AMD. Oh yeah, I mean my retirement did not take kindly today. I get it, but at least it wasn't leveraged. That's okay, dude.
They start their own because you have data. Does Nvidia manufacture anything over in China?
Yeah. Oh no, I don't know about that.
You have to check. Because I know AMD does, and you have data transfer, forced technology transfer with the Chinese government, so they don't have to work that hard to copy you. It's like patents. We don't care about patents.
I don't even know where to find this information.
Gah.
Someone said, please don't buy the dip in Nvidia or any other chip stocks. June 11th, dude. Oh my god. What? Forbes.com. Oh my god. June 11th, dude. Let's go to AMD or Nvidia. It was after the dip.
Time where the rotation was going to come in.
June 11th. Oh my god. June 11th was right here when it was showing just some continuation of hidden bullish divergence. Right here. June 11th, right? And so, all right, from when Forbes wrote that article, do not buy this. Literally, they're licensed, so you've never heard me say buy something, all right? Because I can't do it, but they legally can. And they were saying right here, don't buy AMD or Nvidia, which AMD we're going to go to, and it's probably even crazier, right? I was saying we were saying one would be DCAing into AMD. Remember that? So 83 days, it appreciated in value 70%. From when they said don't buy into it. And it had just hit the 100% measure move of the inverse head and shoulders, so I understand them, right? But yeah, you sold off. And it was on the climb. It was on the rise again. It wasn't even them panicking. Wow, they just didn't like it. So
that was the end of the reopening stock.
Let's check AMD.
The Robin Hood millionaires.
June 11th. Oh boy.
One cardboard box.
Oh boy. June 11th, right here. This is shortly after. This was about 2 to 3 days after I posted the setup on it, kind of. Remember, it was around here. Wow. And so AMD, since that article was posted by Forbes.com in 83 days, 76% appreciation in value.
Both of them over 70%.
Yep. Imagine listening to... This is why it's good for you to learn about this world, so you don't have to be reliant on some holier-than-thou institution, dude. Oh, yeah, they know what's up. They know what...
SMBC Connect.
Yeah. Look at this, though. I mean, 95.15 was the 100% log scale measure move. You got to 94.25. I mean, that's pretty freaking close, dude, right? And now you're falling back into the very, very well-respected structure. Perfect, man. This is definite. You had hidden bullish divergence, too. That actually even played out to make us... and then now, yep, there it is. You got to be careful on AMD. Look at this nasty bearish divergence in the RSI. Whoa. Whoa, really, matured today. I mean, bearish... engulfing candle yesterday. I guess you could have taken heed of that, right? Bearish divergence, high, slowly higher. Add a measure move, a log scale percentage measure move. So
that was in the same. That was right before earnings, but yeah, I read something on the ridiculousness of buying Zoom, and it came down to fill a gap and had a nice bullish hammer at the bottom at a gap fill. And that was 158.33.
What is this? Zoom?
May 27th. Yeah, it went to as high as 474.30. It pumped 40% on earnings.
Remember how it all started, dude? How did it all start in March?
I remember it. I'm long from $78 from the breakout of the falling wedge and back test of it. Or I don't know what you're looking at.
You showed it. I think you were the one that brought it up. I'll show it on screen here. Remember this? You were like, well, dude. It was a demand line. Yeah. It was a harmonic, right? Bat and Kings, and it's gonna probably fill it. I mean, I don't know, man. If tech rotation happens,
that was way higher than when I entered. That I did enter there.
You think it's gonna fill the gap? I don't know. It could be a breakaway gap.
It's 40% up.
It could be a breakaway.
It's normally a breakaway gap, but we'll see. It's moving pretty good.
That's normally what happens when you have such a huge. These are what could be considered breakaways. Definitely not an exhaustion gap. What's up, Matthew D, man?
Is that a joint?
Kraft Heinz Connect.
Kraft Heinz Connect.
Yeah, dude, I just needed some perspective on it.
Oh, it's not good. Not good. You don't be messing with this. You're done. You might be done, dude. Yep. Look at the bearish divergence too. At 35.38. It couldn't do it. All right. This is why we monitor it. And last time we looked at it together, bearish divergence on the daily, double topping, and now you're pulling an XLM, dude. Wow, good one, KHC. Good one. I mean, the breakout, which is a breakdown. Let's see data, but this isn't good. This means fall through price action could happen. You're not oversold. It's not good, dude. It's not. It's mainly like, hey, if things aren't going well tomorrow, it's time to skedaddle. Time to move on, and maybe it reverses again and gets back above that resistance, and then we'll talk. But until then, you don't want anything to do with it, right?
Yeah, man, I haven't been stopped out quite yet, but it's getting
there. Yeah, exactly.
Pretty darn close.
Yeah, man. That's it. I wish there was more to it. It's already analyzed, but
yeah, it's like some weird reaccumulation potential. I just don't know. It's
sketchy. It's really sketchy.
Is the composite operator doing something? Is he reaccumulating right here? I don't know.
HC, it's at its exhaustion gap down. So generally, you get up there. It takes some.
Look at this
some
weekly
time and some accumulation to get there. That was just awful earnings.
Yep. It'll just completely, everything will change. Just like, I don't know, man, the bots turn off for it, like Cron, it's kind of like, oh, God. We're going to wait 3 months for maybe some good news or something, unless the president just legalizes weed or something. Yeah, not going to happen.
Could you imagine?
I
don't think it's going to.
I think it could happen.
Not even close.
I think it could definitely happen. I think
it
a lame
could.
duck President Trump would do it. He could do it before the election, but...
right? Like November 1st?
Yeah. Because, like, people wouldn't have a choice. Like, boomers would have to, like, just deal with it. They wouldn't be able to, like, say, oh, what are they going to do? Vote for the Communist Party now? Like, no.
No.
Still going to vote Republican.
No, yeah, it's not going to change anybody that's against weed, and it's going to bring people over that are against Trump. It's as simple as that. It's like a win-win.
It is a win-win.
And dude, it's like the economy, man. That could be a multi-trillion dollar industry.
It's a gigantic
right?
industry that's just waiting for legality. It's like, as soon as that becomes a thing, it's like, it just explodes. I don't see how it doesn't.
He'd pass it in a heartbeat. It's sitting in the Senate. The House has already passed it.
There's so much precedence. I mean, how many states are legal now?
It's just really weird.
That's all Canada has going for them. Legalizing Canada's going to tank even more.
The big issue is getting the FDA and the DEA together to take it down from a Class 1 narcotic.
Schedule 1, right?
Schedule 1
if anybody's
narcotic.
going to do it, it would be Trump, right? He's got that kind of sway. He can just say, all right, we're going to do this. All he has to do is say... You don't think he has that kind of power?
No.
Or that kind of influence?
He has enough sway to say he's going to do it.
At least he'll say, yeah.
Congress has already passed the banking bill, which is what they need. Senate, I mean, looks like they're going to be busy dealing with other crap. Then they're going to go on Christmas vacation. This is where we were at last year.
Yeah, saying you're going to do it is actually a smart move. That way it doesn't actually happen. It doesn't actually take away the revenue from the local governments for the busts and the revenue for the law enforcement and all that stuff, right? That side of the coin. And then he still gets all the people who are like, yeah, Trump's like going to bring us our weed. Yeah. See,
if they're going to ask the states to pay, 20% of the unemployment insurance, states are going to push back. A lot of states are in really bad financial shape, and so they might say, hey, go ahead and pass this banking bill so we can start taxing marijuanas. And so these companies can have banks. We know exactly what they make. We know exactly tax them, audit them. They don't have to go through as much issues. It's a win-win for all, but government.
No, there's a different chart than KHC. QQQ.
Yeah. It's ridiculous. And yeah, this is what we're talking about, shooting star. Shooting star stuff here. bearish pin bar, really. I mean, and in bearish divergence, if the reversal starts, this is it, dude. This is it, man. Oh god, I mean, there's no support until 237.57. So I don't know how it goes to the money printer, dude. I don't know, man.
What's
Good luck.
it look like on the daily? I thought I heard you.
Yeah, that's bearish divergence, right? Yeah.
Oh yeah, they're well, it was the fake out. Remember, it was there was and then there wasn't. Right, like that was the S&P 500. But like, yeah, look.
Did you call that a hanging man at the top? I heard you talking something different, like a dragonfly.
It's a hanging man because it's got a body, but it's so close to being a dragonfly doji.
Yeah,
dragonfly doji connect.
I just still don't understand the psychology of that.
Like I was seeing, like it's a bullish pin bar, but it would only be a bullish pin bar if it's at the bottom of the range. But since it's at the top, it's a hanging man.
Yep.
But it's essentially the same candle. It just depends on context.
Yeah, look at that. Look at that. Flip it over. Oh yeah, it's like you break out of a mega downtrend, inverted hammer, and then boom, the next day. Yeah, but it's like the bamboozling. It's like, hey, there's classic bearish divergence, and then it's like, just kidding, one more time, and no exhaustion before the dump happens. But it's really, I mean, it's down 5%. Okay. Wow, dude, it went and it tested the heart line that was once resistance forever, is now maybe support. Holy crap, you know?
S&P had gotten up and I'm assuming the Qs. No, the Qs are a little bit lower, but hadn't been that high since the end of January 2018. Just
what is this?
Hot at SP the Q. There was just no like pullback. There was nothing recently. There's no retrace, nothing. It's just
been going up.
Yeah,
My coworker bought
investors.
I told him
stuff
about the
were
Qs,
we
and he
want
bought
to
it. And he was just
catch
like,
a ride
stocks
on
only go up. Stocks only go up. I'm like, dude, quit listening to El Presidente. Like this guy.
Yeah, Fortnite's down $1 million today.
Oh, I know. Yeah, he said it.
But yeah, I think he's understating.
He's like, I'm gonna.
That I believe.
This guy is hilarious.
I believe everything Trump says and never lies.
Well, man, what a good stream. Been a really all kinds of good stuff going on.
Yeah, a certain gentleman that's married to a certain daughter of a certain president. Yeah, he had to do some finagling. He has a big chunk of a marijuana company, so
Oh,
we would
does he?
definitely like to see that passed. Yeah,
Do you know which company?
I don't. It's a private company.
You don't. Oh, it's a private dance.
Yeah. Yeah, this is back in like 2010 when I left a certain job that they were talking about doing it, and so there's a lot of, because all the stocks we see are all Canadian companies and they have some big backers, but we'll see. It ends up being private industry or the Canadian companies.
Yeah, that's interesting. I didn't even think about that. Yeah, like companies that aren't even public. Like maybe they outperform the public companies.
Dude, Maker was such a failed cup and handle. Ugh. Gah.
Beautiful double bottom, hit one target and it was all over, man. Ugh. That happens. One target's better than none. The Bitcoin Weekend Warrior trade, one target and it's done. Right? Zcash, I think it got like 95% of the way to the first one and then just done.
I'll never have hit 2 targets again.
But the cup on Maker was like so beautiful, man. It was like so nice.
Now it's setting up for something more beautiful, dude. Way more beautiful. Like, could be legendary. Like, we could say we walked with giants on Maker if this happens, dude, okay?
Gartley?
We walked with giants at $515 with bullish divergence somehow. There's so many things that can happen. And you may never get there, but to me, this is exactly what's going on. Big sell, big drawdown, and then this.
Dude, that's huge. That's as big as Trump's hands. That's as big as Trump's hands right there.
It's yeah, dude. It's the Zeus, man. It's the Zeus. To Jesus Garley, man. Maybe, potentially. So, wait, we don't do anything with it. We just have it here, and then eventually, maybe, when Bitcoin has to sell off more, right? We got to get lower prices on Bitcoin. I'm not settling for anything above $515. I want my sale. I want my 78% sale on Maker, okay, dude? Thank you.
What if it gets there too fast though? Would that invalidate?
That would suck. Yeah, you're not gonna. Hopefully, it would go down there. Scalpers would pick it up. It'd rally, make a scrubby lower high, and then come down and produce some sort of double bottom, inverse head and shoulders.
Double bottom. Yeah.
You look for exhaustion. We would look for seller exhaustion, right? And confirmation that a bottom's in, right? That's what we want. That's why we love double bottoms. Higher low. Lower low, the same, whatever.
Multiple variables in confluence with the PCZ.
Yep,
That's what it is.
That is this dojo, man.
Double bottom.
Oh yeah.
Divergence, double bottom, PCZ, go long.
Yeah, Maker's kind of cultish too. You could have them just slowly capitulate over a period of time.
Oh, that's already happened, dude. Been doing it since August 14th, slowly capitulating over time. Was it one time $852 is now $572, and we're hoping 520. All right, I'm adding an alert here. Probably hear a beep tonight because Bitcoin. Probably just gonna be like, just kidding. See 520 and we're at 300 or something. Who knows?
I was gone. My phone was blowing up with all the alerts. Because the morning it wasn't that big of a sell off, but then all of a sudden. And it took up to loudspeakers. Jake was napping, and it was 11 o'clock in the afternoon. And things really started moving. Just alerts going off left and right. And Emily's like, "Can you turn off this damn alarm?" I'm like, "It's not an alarm." I'm like, "There's nothing I can do." I'm like, "There's nothing I can do." I'm like, "Just go unplug You'd have to go unplug 4 different computers and turn off all the speakers." So
oh man, what kind of setup do you have? Jeez, man, you got it hooked up hard main, you have an IV in your freaking. That's awesome though.
Yeah, that's what I'm going through now. I'm going to the setup process.
Yeah, I posted Intel looked alright, and then they announced they're doing they got chips for all small laptops and tablets that they should be pretty profitable with. I think it's a bat. If it pulls back down to $50, that's kind of a it's always a good support resistance area. 30, 50, 90. What else is there? Mentioned stocks.
What are we talking about?
20,
supports?
20.
We're talking about SPX?
No.
39.50 I heard.
Intel.
Oh, support resistance?
It's the entry would be back at $50. I hope you don't divergence.
We're waiting for a sell-off here. We're waiting.
It's a bullish bat or something like that.
This is still in play. This is still real. This is exactly okay. Fine. It's just not going exactly the way it always goes. Right?
Yeah.
It's still. This is exactly what we're going to be wanting on Intel. We want tech to keep selling off. Right. You want to see value. You want to see divergence eventually at the actual PCZ, not above it. You want to see it right here. Look, we extend that. It looks prettier now. Oh yeah, perfect, man. If it never happens, we don't care. Right? We don't care if it doesn't happen. But if it does happen, that's when we take our long. That's it, dude. People just, a lot of people just don't get it. If they're new, this, it's not guaranteed this is going to happen or ever going to happen. It could just keep climbing tomorrow and go, and we never see it again. But, oh well, we just keep moving on to the next chart. We
just let it come.
We dictate
Yeah.
what the variables are going to be when we take our trade, not the other way around. We don't like, it's kind of there, but it's not showing any edge besides just the harmonic. I don't know, man. Right? So
That's the trade I took, INTC, not Nikola. That's what I meant, INTC, and it was doing good until it wasn't. But I just
you'll
got
have
back
another
from,
opportunity probably at $46, right? I'll get my alert set up.
I just got back from dinner. Did you do LHX yet?
I did. We didn't cover it. We were just talking. It was on the screen for a minute. But yeah, LHX did Jesus, man. Yeah, we can look at it again. It's too perfect. It's too incredible, man. Like, I believe this is... I don't even remember on LHX. I think I was just scanning. Maybe. And inverse, I don't know. Like, scanning and the thing, Finviz was like, yeah, it's a falling wedge or something, and it wasn't at all. And why? Oh, but look at this. This is like Tron to BTC. Sorry, I'm getting like emotional, and I'm almost like screaming now. I need to calm down. I was like that today on stream too. Not bad, dude.
A lot of emotions are around the full moon.
Yeah, you're right.
Right now.
Right, that's what it was,
what the
man.
hell?
The corn moon. It did it again, dude.
It's this whole week.
Yeah, but
How many times do we have major trend reversals on the full moon with Bitcoin? I mean, just look at the lunar chart.
Miltenberg,
Yeah, I was
dude.
asking about that. Like, is there a chart that correlates the full moon with?
Yeah, it's an indicator.
I think
Bitcoin
someone posted
reversals?
it. Oh, is it
Yeah,
on
I
TradingView?
Is it real?
Yeah, it's on TradingView. It's
I just had the idea.
it's the lunar indicator.
phases. Moon phases?
And like so many times, people, moon phases, something like that. And if you line it up, I mean, it's unbelievable. Just like big drops right around full moon. Big
Saturday
drops.
tried to warn us.
Look at it. Look at this. Bitcoin. Full moon, dude. Right? This is a full moon, I guess?
Mitch, are you sure you're just not a werewolf or something?
Yeah, we just had the full moon. The moon is
Why
waning
is
now.
why does it show new moon where it's full moon? This is right, the date, September.
You can change the indicators.
It's like inversing. It's like look at the new moon, look at the full moon, look at the or so I guess this is a new moon, full moon, look Scamwick, right? Look, full or new moon. We broke. Oh my God! Right, that was when the Gartley and the Three Rising Valleys played up. Look, here's another one. The new moon.
How is it so cool?
Corn moves with the moon.
Doesn't that optical art dot whatever? I don't remember.
Oh, I don't know.
The guy that does the circles, doesn't he do like astrology or something?
Who cares, right? I mean,
There's a
You heard it here first. It's time to long.
famous money manager that traded upon astrology and did very effing well.
Look at a bigger
Worked
time
at
frame.
Goldman Sachs.
oh, yeah,
and-
that's true. Let's go to the weekly.
No, millionaires don't use astrology. Billionaires do. J. Paul Getty.
It's kind of tough on the weekly, I guess.
There was a guy managing other
like
people's
two-
billions of
Oh, yeah, they show
dollars.
all
and
all the moons.
It was
Is that really?
Look, oh my God, look at this.
So many moons.
But aren't like moons normally like
Yeah.
beginning of the month and end of the month, and so that normally like things shift. Like a
It's
normal
like
moon and a
you
harvest
sell
moon.
the full moon, you buy the new moon. Is that really what's happening here?
It looks like it. I mean, it depends, because moons don't match up perfectly with
Am I
months.
crazy?
Dude, it's really just like it'll be in the vicinity, but it's I don't know.
Yeah, that's a little too big of time frame, I think. But I mean,
yeah,
not all of them line up. But I
yeah.
mean, like this one.
You can't do it on every single moon. But maybe.
So
yeah,
you-
there's too many moons. Yeah,
So
it's
the
too
new
many.
moon and the full moon were big days recently.
Yeah,
So
maybe
many
the daily
moons.
is better.
It's gonna become.
Yeah, look at this. It was a full moon when the bottom was put in
Right at the
on,
top.
on Bitcoin. That's a new
Wait,
moon.
is the new moon at the top?
The
and
new moon's-
the full moon's at the bottom.
Wait a
It's
second.
got to be the new moon at the top because we just had
Yeah,
full moon.
right.
exactly. So
Right,
yeah,
right.
okay, I'm not crazy.
So it's the
So
other way
new
around.
moon ushered in the reversal. Kinda, it was already reversing. And then yeah, a full moon, and then a full
What the
moon.
hell?
But yeah, it's okay. Yeah, there's a new moon reversal. Nothing happened here. Like there are times where like nothing happened here. Nothing happened
Wait,
here.
go back. It totally
It
dumped.
sort of happened like a little
that one-
before.
Not all of them, though. I'm just saying, like, yeah, it's cool,
Yeah.
but it's like definitely not something to get insane on. Like, sure, go ahead if you can figure it out. Hey, do a bunch of data mining on this. Like, try and figure it out how to implement it and add it into your system, and give me some results. I guess whatever.
I think it's visually deceiving because you need like different colored
interesting.
lines. You don't need a dot above and a dot below. I mean, that makes it look like it's playing out when it's
Right.
not actually playing out.
That's another
Yeah,
thing too.
it's
is,
not
like,
doing it right
kinda
at
like
the-
it positions the moon.
That's right.
in a weird, like it positions the moon in a convenient place.
Yeah.
Like it kind of looks like it's. But at the same time,
I'm not saying
just
throw out
imagine
the
that
time
they're all, like,
fib.
on the same plane. It kind of makes sense to. I don't know. I'm gonna have to look at that for a minute.
I mean, anyway, back to craziness. We're here, man. We're just hanging out. It's whatever.
Yeah, that feels like astrology in the world of TA. Like, what are we doing?
It's just memes, jokes, having this theory crafting, talk about it, all kinds of stuff, man. We talked about quasars and whatever, man.
It's fun, yeah, to see it.
Quasars and
Maybe there's
communism.
something.
Yeah, that you're talking about the astronomy got me. I'm always into astrophotography, so that's what gave me the idea for the meme of the Gartley up in the night sky with the
Yeah.
astrophotography.
Dude, they're up there, man. They're all up there. There's each Fibonacci percentage somewhere,
But on that note, we're just getting the light from.
Is that a joint?
26,000 years ago from the galactic core, and we just had this big spike, right? We just had this like.
I didn't hear about this.
Overnight, there was this huge like blast of light that just got to us from the galactic core, and we're supposed to be at the end of this 26,000 year precession of the equinox cycle. So if you think about it, we're due for another blast. Even though the light just got to us now, we're actually due for another galactic core blast. So that's the stuff that was prophesized in.
What is that, like similar to a solar flare, or what is it? It's just more light.
It's connected. It's connected to the sun's the solar flash, the great solar flash that they talk about, the Sukumbarti flame in the Vedas and the ancient Indian, most ancient knowledge, and all ancient history talks
2012.
about. Yeah, and supposedly what was supposed
Patrons
to happen in
drink.
2012
Patrons drink.
is happening now.
Get wrecked, probes. Hey, it's late in the evening, dude. Hey, man. I mean, I'm
3 beers.
I'm a sport. I'm a good sport. I'll play it if it happens, no problem. But patrons, yeah. Drink.
Bruh.
Or do whatever the other thing.
I was being arrogant about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So arrogant, man. So, crude,
Moon
man.
Connect.
You're falling below 212. I mean, you've just broken. You're at your lowest point since April. So chances are, in time, it looks like 183 is in the cards. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's this kind
What are you
of
looking at?
WTI.
Okay.
Yeah, Matthew requested it right before you
No worries.
licensing
All right.
chicken effers.
What? Because you were like 212. I'm like, well, what's prices?
Oh dang,
Mitch,
dude!
I don't think
Crazy,
that's
probes.
the ticker I was thinking of. I think it's on TVC.
Really? Hold on.
That's a company.
Company Connect, yeah, sorry. But either way, on this company, somehow I've analyzed it, probably on accident, just like I'm doing now. It's like, oh yeah, dude. Totally. We're looking for an edge on it. Look at this. Look at probes is just requested, man.
One of my bigger holdings.
PSA Connect. Only down
Yeah.
0.57%. Let's go.
Public
You're going to 232 if you hold this, but unfortunately, the daily painted a pretty good looking bearish shooting star.
Go up to the top and draw a line down all the way. You get a little breakout there.
Oh yeah, geometrical.
Some downsloping resistance. Yeah. And it pays a good
Bump
dividend.
and run. Bump and run connect.
Really?
Yeah.
So you just own the stock? You're not doing options, or you're doing both?
I have options on it.
Oh, dude, PSA, man. Remember that time back in 2018, a double bottom formed and we became kings? Wow, man. Let's go. Or how about this? Look at this, man. Like, just doing this.
Wow, that's beautiful. The back tested.
No, let me just, like, we're tripping through time for a second.
Double bottom.
While we're here, it's just like, the complexity, man. Complex. That's what I like, man. Complex structures, momentum shift, right? And then look at the neckline. You broke it, you back tested it, you ran up, made an 88% retrace from the previous high, just eyeballing it. Let's put that at the test. 886. 886 like the Jesus. And then reversed. Wow.
When you guys enter a trade like that, how often are you raising stop losses, or are you just letting it go and just taking profits up to the top, or what's your strategy?
Imagine if you took profit on this one, like on the double bottom, or not. You raise your stop, you'd have gotten stopped out on that higher low pullback before it went, right? So I don't know. Moving stops up, yeah, maybe if you get to the first target, you can move it up some.
Like when it retested?
Yeah, like if you get to like the first target, then you can move your stop to break even, right? You've taken a little prop. One could if they wanted. I'm not telling you to do it. You know how that is, right? So one could, yeah, after a first target's hit, or it's close enough to the first target, one could move their stop loss up. And then, you know, you'd have to have some of your position vulnerable because it's got to be a limit sell, right? So that's the common strategy.
And if you do that too, you can look at like shorter time frames to see if there's more edge. You know, and if you can continue to like play that original pattern.
Thank you, B Marts, man, for the 10.
I think
here it is.
People,
it's not gonna happen, dude.
Needing storage space. Pretty
Oh, it got me. We don't have to do a split decision.
Yes.
Dang, man.
Probst, I was just thinking that, dude.
Don't maybe just take one shot, man.
Yeah, people are gonna need storage spaces, dude. Back in 08, 09, 07, 08, 09, people were living in public storage.
Public storage is that's a
Yeah, that's
Julian from Trailer Park Boys, right?
It's like a lagging indicator.
People can live in public storage.
You're not supposed to, but they
Lumber futures connect, like, dude, lumber is through the roof. Housing is about to get nuts.
It already is nuts, dude. I'm going to see a property tomorrow just to look at. It's stupid, too.
That's how it starts.
I'm just going because like it's like a luxury property outside of Bryant-Denny. It's a new it's like a brand new development, and like literally you look outside and it's like you are the closest piece of real estate to Bryant-Denny Stadium, staring at like the Walk of Champions and like the spiral, you know, where it goes up. So anyway, we're just going for fun, my friend and me, just to look at it. Right? Isn't like what you do? Like you're just window shopping. Wasn't it on? I can't remember what.
Don't do it when you're married.
Oh nah, not at all. I'm get this shot glass though.
You end up with the house.
So
first thing you look at, you're gonna buy it.
Yep, that's why I started trading.
We window shopped.
So my cake options went up 324%. The J&J was up 32%. The LHX 95%. But the UA was a trade setup as well, right? Because that was up 50%.
Dude, are you inside are you on your PC from inside of a tent?
No, those sound like spring peepers.
Those are frog. It's from my cupola. It's screened and it doesn't sound that loud here, but it has this piercing. They're frogs, so they're chirping. It's really loud outside. If we're outside, you couldn't even hear me.
Yeah, Under Armour, Chevron's double bottom, higher lows. Yeah, this was definitely. We recently talked about this as well.
Yeah, those are like spring peepers. That's what they sound like.
They're coqui frogs. They're from South America, and they made it over here in shipping containers, and just over the last 10 years went crazy.
Pip is everywhere, man. Okay, let me get the shot.
Oh yeah.
We got
Sounds like you're in Miami.
Well, that's cool. I mean, that's what I'm saying is these trade setups for stock compared to crypto are just performing like, you know, way better. I mean, it's
So it's weird. Like I obviously, because I use if I take a like public storage, I've on a couple different drops I bought, and then I bought back in like 2009, 2010. Then I'm selling options to kind of selling covered calls to create like another dividend for it. And so if it hits a certain area, then basically I'll sell premium against it, and then use that premium to buy a put. So I don't use stop losses. So I have like a max area where it can run to, and that would be my area where I'd get called away, but usually I will buy the option back.
So don't do the spread at the same time?
So I don't have to take capital gains. No, I'll take it's like during drop, so I have like a long-term shopping list, which I don't know, Mitch probably has one, but things that you'd be interested in long-term if we had another pullback like we had in March or anything. You take major support resistance areas, and that's just long-term investing. These are companies I think are good long-term fundamental companies. You just
breaker
in there.
Come in her.
And I do think that's where money's going to flow, is into dividends, like healthier dividend stocks. So
J&J.
Yeah, J&J.
Yeah, I told you guys that the hedge fund manager that is a friend of the family's that is down in Los Angeles, works for Morgan Stanley. He buys J&J for all of his clients.
Mm-hmm.
Mitch, will you mind taking a look at Workhorse?
Workhorse. I was going to ask Pure Storage. I have a friend that works for this company called Pure. It's a it's storage for servers for big companies. They do backups for servers, and they're like growing a lot too. But at the same time, I mean, their chart doesn't look the same way. So I kind of want to see your opinion on that.
Workhorse is like really high, right? I don't even know. I think we looked at it recently.
It's not a premium.
Let me check WTI real quick.
That's
You want
really cool,
Midland,
Jeff.
right? You from Midland, right? Just kidding.
That you don't have to pay capital
You know what
gains
I'm
if you
talking
do it
about?
that way.
Yeah.
U.S.
But
oil.
did
U.S. oil.
Did you grab the cup?
I already shot. Yeah.
I can rewind.
Yeah, rewind because I did. Yeah. So look what happened on WTI, man. I didn't look at it again, but it was forming a beautiful pattern. It broke out, and then look at route. This is what happens, Larry. Sometimes it just farts around and just turns into something else. Obviously failed. So that just wasn't. Aha! So look, this is what happens, man. Maybe like, just do this more often, where you just start. Okay, 1 and 2 on the top, right? One on the bottom, and look at this, man. Oh, okay, that's what it is. It's not a wedge. It's just an upsloping structure at this point, right? No.
Can you remove the wheel?
Oh, I'll bet. Easiest shot of my life, though. Like, wow, really? That's it, dude? Get wrecked, dude. So what?
Check that RSI while you're at it.
On the 4 hour or the daily, or?
I think both.
Oh my god, man. Hey, look, you're at the golden retrace and you're showing all this RSI. I mean, it looks like kind of divergence. You are diverging, certainly. Look at that, man. Like just slightly higher highs and just lower levels every time.
Better.
Yeah, man. So look where you're at. Okay, this is a great shorting opportunity maybe for crude. I mean, maybe look, dude. crazy resistance and kind of absurd looking bearish divergence and only negative momentum. I mean, I don't know, right? This definitely looks like an opportunity.
I'd take a short on crude. Yeah, I'm short crude right
Look
now.
at that. I mean, that's
the ice line and the bearish divergence and the 200-day moving average. We're all.
Yeah, yep. It's probably time for.
It was
probably time.
A baked cake in my pants, and it was ready to.
Dude, look at that. so okay, targets. If this is gonna play out right, where that actually it's finally done, we're gonna make a comment. God, what do you do here, man? It was just,
negative $33.
I think it might be more prudent to use the wick before, where it's like 675. I mean, either way, it's just being more conservative, so it's not gonna hurt you. Nothing wrong with being conservative. So
we're going back to zero.
Dude, you got like $35 before we even know it's a major high. So you just such a low risk opportunity for short. Such an easy way. You look, man. You just do it like this, right? I mean, it's kind of simple. All right.
And they just came out. Their excess was
right there. It's stop loss just above the previous high. Next
4 times the amount.
Here it is. Targets.
Really?
Yeah.
4-1.
Oils. And we're coming into, I mean, right now would be the busiest season for oil.
Oh, man.
We're coming into the slow season for oil. So.
Nice one.
It's all technical, you know.
That's right what I'm aiming for. Yeah. About $30.
And then you get a secondary target. And then third. Why not 1, 2, 3? This is definitely a trade setup right here. I mean, for sure. Crap, I hate that I'm doing it on this one. Because it's not going to let me publish this. So,
what else are you shorting probes?
Right now, stocks, like straight short stock is different than options for me. Straight short stock is Tesla, Apple, and Zoom. And I just got out of overstock.
I mean, what about puts?
I puts on a lot of shit. Well, they're covering my positions.
Okay.
So, but then I have just SPY puts to cover the stuff that I don't have puts on.
Seems like shorting the indices would be smart.
Downside trades.
Are you from Midland? Anyone know what that's from? At all?
Are we
Friday Night Lights?
Yes. Nice.
Movie Miles?
Yeah, dude. You trying to do a football career?
We gonna publish that
Movie
setup?
Miles was on the.
Yeah, I might have to do it later. The way I did it, I'll have to redo it on this. It's like when you put your computer in sleep and then you turn it back on, and I don't know what's wrong with it, but like I can't do things that I can do on my other screen. I have to refresh, and it's a bunch of work that I'm gonna lose. So yeah, I just have to refresh it and lose all that work so I could refresh it, whatever, so it'll work again. I don't know. Yeah, that definitely should be an official trade setup right there. There's not much better than that, man. Not really.
Especially with where the overall market's going.
Maybe.
Yeah, I was totally looking for shorts at the end of the market after I was wrapping up my other work and I was ticking away.
I'll redo this
Yeah.
work.
You guys do
I
options.
waited.
Be careful. Yeah. Puts are really going to be really expensive. So trade spreads.
Sorry.
So
I had options that calls that I was long that went up in value with the dump.
yeah, like cake and
Volatility
J&J and
increases. Yeah.
PSTG just want to see
Increase in
thoughts if there's
volatility
anything you find
increases.
interesting.
I don't know, man. It might be an hour. Thank you, dude, for the 618. Hold up.
What didn't go up was Dollar Tree. Is anyone still in that?
I'm still in it.
I made a lot and then I re-entered like a That wasn't very smart. But I was just respecting the initial setup. So I'm let's see, I'm in October, so it should be good.
Yeah, I sold some calls on it, so I figured, if it's going to go down, I'm just going to make a little bit of money on it anyway.
I like it. People selling covered calls. I like it.
We're gonna do it like this.
Calls.
We're not gonna do the
Wait,
50%. We're gonna
say
do
that
this.
again, Jeff.
So I like it. People selling covered calls to take profit. You have to do 100 shares. That's the only thing that sucks on that one. But there's things with me doing call credit spreads that you basically kind of shorting the asset by selling us call spread where you're collecting the premium, so you're the insurance man.
Right. I've done a lot of spreads and butterflies and all that, but what would be really cool is if you posted some trade setups, especially for new people getting into options. When I followed trade setups for options initially, because there's so much room for error, it really helps the new person to see how you put together the spread, and I think it would be really helpful for everyone.
And I'll talk with Mitch and Brad. The area that I would post them in is everyone has access to, and then respect the TA channel and kind of get overrun. But I can do it in there.
Yeah, I mean, it seems
he does the trades and charts only. So, but maybe I can send him over just a screenshot of how I would set up that options trade, and he can post it in charts only.
Yeah, I mean, if there was options for if there was another channel that was option trade setups, I mean, that would be so awesome, because usually I convert any stock into an option, but I mean, I'm pretty good at choosing ones that have a lot of interest and are the right, length of time, expiration. But that would be really cool, man. I'd love that.
I'll talk with Brad Mitch about that later, because the other one just kind of died off. It ended up being a bunch of.
I think that'd be really helpful to see.
For me, certain people that wanted to buy lottery tickets.
Good God, dude. First target's 28.50. That means like oil doesn't get wrecked, dude. I mean, it makes sense, I guess. It's just nuts. $41 right now. Alright. Almost
the fracking companies, like $70 is their break-even price.
Sorry, I'm posting the setup.
So, I mean, this is a perfect example where it would be great to get puts, but like you're saying, they're probably super expensive. So if you had another channel, Mitch, for option setups where probes could go in there and put spreads and, different options.
Yeah, he can do that. I mean, if he's up for that, that's up to him, man, completely. I mean, I'm probably not going to post anything in it, so it's kind of, he can have his own thing for that. We'll see what.
Yeah, we in the U.S. we can't trade CFDs, but there's other ways to trade oil.
Hey, this is perfect, Brad. I'm about to post it, alright?
Cool. I think those are going to be highly profitable.
A normal the way I would normally just look at this, I would probably sell $45 call, buy a $50 call spread, so get a credit for it, and use that premium to buy the put. Good to go. I'll post stuff like that. I don't mind doing that.
Nice.
Yeah.
Thanks, man.
Happy to do it, especially if we're going to get a little toppy here, because it's if there's some opportunities to take some trades to the downside. Because you can short one share on certain places, but it's just a lot easier when you have predefined risk and predefined all that stuff.
Do you normally do like 100% gains, sell half, that kind of thing? Or do you just have your sell points? Because I used to do that. Now I've been doing on Schwab. It's really great because you can do conditional sells. If the stock reaches this specific level, sell this many options.
Yeah. Do the same thing. Take the same targets Mitch has.
Yeah, Brad's posting an official setup soon. Oh, I mean, like I posted it, so he's working on it now, getting it up.
Nice. I mean, we might as well focus on stocks while crypto's spiraling.
Yep.
You got to turn your mic up, man.
They were talking about using Schwab.
Couldn't hear you, buddy.
Wanda.
Schwab's was the easiest for me to set up.
Yeah, Schwab and Wanda for Forex, right?
I do have an Wanda account, but I now usually trade Forex to the American.
I think I got a lot of people in here still. What's up, all you freaking lurkers?
G'day, mate.
That's one of them.
Starting, I think probably Thinkorswim. Probably it has the most information, I'd say.
You want to do? So what's going to happen? Is Ethereum going to shock the world and respect the TA with the divergence on multiple time scales that are somewhat significant, 4-hour daily, or is it gonna?
Is it gonna vital like my beauty?
Yeah, with Bitcoin boogers, dude. Yeah.
I asked earlier in the Patreon, anywhere else we can find the Trading in the Zone audio book?
Got taken down off YouTube.
Well, all the YouTube links
They got taken down?
unless
What?
you can.
Yeah, no,
unless
there
you
was.
have Portuguese.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, there was only one audio 8-hour version, but the audio really is like they're recording it with a microphone. But
What? That's nuts. I was just listening to it the other day.
Let me see. I think I have it saved in a.
I was hoping somebody had it saved. That'd be like
downloaded. I should have downloaded it, man.
I think I may
Me too. I
have.
was thinking about downloading, but I didn't do.
Library.
Have any of you guys done any of the crypto options on 3 commas for Deribit? I got Bitcoin and Ethereum.
I just used Deribit.
No, but I just set up 3 commas because Catterday was telling me all about it, and I was eyeing those options. Did you did some?
I haven't done it either. I was going to see what y'all's experience was.
Ethereum liquidity isn't that great. Bitcoin has great liquidity on options there. But
I love
it
how
offers them.
I love how the 3 commas sets up the trade where you have the slider that shows your take profit points and stop loss. I mean, I really like it. But
yeah, it's kind of cheap.
But have you guys do you run most of your, like, if you place a trade on the exchange and then try to transfer it over to 3 commas, I've had some errors, and I don't know. Do you use 3 commas, Mitch, ever?
I do not. Sorry. It's late in the evening. I've been live 2 hours and 19 minutes. Been a long day.
All I know is you don't want to if you're using 3 commas, you don't want to have trade like stop losses set in, Binance or whatever you're using, and set them in 3 commas. Like let them, set it, just do it all in 3 commas, and then it'll, Like I think if you try and mess with that, like you can mess it up. I don't know.
Have you?
Yeah, 3 commas likes to get tangled up if you interfere with it manually on the exchange.
Exactly.
Copy. Yeah. What about the bots? Have you tried messing with any of those?
I haven't tried. I haven't tried anything with bots.
I saw
I'm
this
pretty
guy-
heavy into the bots myself.
Really? Because I saw this guy on the internet, and he was making $1,000 a day trading bots on the 3 commas. But how are you doing with it? And is it hard to set up?
No, it's actually pretty easy. And my Bitcoin, Ethereum, EOS, and XRP bots they're kicking it. They're doing great. I mean, I don't have very much in there right now, but that thing makes $8, $10 every 30, 40 minutes. So I mean, ding, 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 ding all day long is what that bot does.
That's pretty cool, man. Might have to play with that. Just to have a little something on the side going, it makes sense.
When can we find out more about that?
Who's that?
No, I'm just saying, where can we find out more about like a setup like that with 3 commas? And
I mean, you just go on 3 commas and there's like different bots you can activate, but it's probably good to watch the videos because, it can be complex, but,
They have some simple bots that you can copy that are just like, I mean, one thing about the bots on 3 commas is you can copy anybody's bot. So let's say my bot is out there and it's being super profitable and, it's making 3% a day on my entire stack. It'll be sitting out there and somebody can say, oh, look, this one's really profitable. And they can just click copy and boom, now they're running my bot anonymously,
Sounds like Mitch is closing up, guys.
What?
I can sense you're ready to get out of here.
No, we got to look at PSTG real quick.
Okay.
We don't have to, but
I just know.
Read. Okay, but look at Pure Storage, man. I thought we looked at it for one time. Maybe not, man. Maybe I'm crazy. Major downtrend, major terrible trend. But yeah, dude, maybe something's happening. Maybe, just maybe, we could be kings. The song by the Wallflowers. Where it's like, nice fake outs. Let's adjust. Nice fake outs. Screw this, dude. Screw this down sloping trend line always on Pure Storage. It's always going to fake you out, ruin things. Okay. I mean, we're talking multiple upon multiple bamboozles. I don't know. I actually like that there because on like using this anchor point in this one, because it's like you can see the price action correlation afterwards was very well respected, where look at the crash at this level, a little fake out. So look, we've broken out and we're back testing the breakout as support now. Kind of interesting. Look at the freaking touches, man. Very nice touches, I do declare. All right, so until you break above 1949 to $20, you're screwed, dude. You're in a bear trend. You're bearish. Bear trend until then. Now, of course, hey, congratulations on reversing at this area, like your all-time lows from 2016. Hey, man, yeah, it's like a weekly double bottom. Sure, maybe if you ever make higher highs than previous highs. Until then, you suck, dude. That's it. I don't really see an edge on the daily for a trade right now. Bearish convergence. Meh. Down 3.5% today, so big ol' nothing right now. There you go, JC. Thanks, man.
Yeah, that's kind of my sentiment too. I was just looking at the, just the fundamental. I work for a credit union, and this is a company that we do business with, and I see them like growing and stuff. So I'm like, well, you know, I'm looking at the fundamentals. So I'm like, okay, well, let's look at the technicals and see how it looks there. And
Oh,
I was
man.
looking at it. I'm like,
Major
I just
support
like,
resistance.
I can't find anything. This thing just looks like bearish.
Trying to hold on to $15, which is a support resistance from 2016. Look at how many touches. 1, 2, 3, 4 touches there. So if we could somehow manage to pivot here, yeah, you might get a chance, dude. If that becomes support, we've seen as a support before reversals to the
Yeah.
upside. So let's see if we can pivot. Now, you know, $15 is going to require a lot more data. Let's see how we do here, okay?
Yeah, more patience. I was trying to find like some kind of harmonic. There's none. And I was like looking for divergence. There's none.
Nope, no edge, dude. Just nothing
There's
burger.
nothing. Yeah, there's nothing.
Nothing burger connect. Alright, Ethereum, time to get wrecked, man, whenever you're ready. But yeah, I think I am gonna get out of here. Wake up early in the morning, and clearly y'all are scared. Y'all can't get me.
You could
to
see it in our
shaving.
eyes, huh?
Yeah, I can see it right in your eyeballs.
That
Right
was
there.
funny, man. Thanks
Yeah,
for the double stream.
Everyone was disturbed.
I felt like you were looking right into my eyes, man.
Oh, that's good, man. I did it right then. Tune us up. What is this, man? I don't know, man. Y'all are freaking me out in the chat. Okay. All right. I'm going to hang up. I freaking love y'all. Thank you so much for just the continued support. So many, like the highest high of majority of people renewed their Patreon this month. So very grateful for that. Truly humbling experience that I've never experienced
Thank
before.
you.
So thanks for, making my dream come true, man. Like really, that's it. I've never really said that, but like, thank you. Okay. Y'all have changed my life in a very profound way. I mean, 600 plus patrons, 2 months, dude.
Right on, man.
Thanks, Mitch. This was a fun night.
Yeah, very fun. Enjoy your wine, Ninja Girl.
Thanks.
All right. Y'all be good. Love y'all. Boys. Okay, chat. It's you and me. Okay? It's you, and me. Just kidding. So, I'll be back. Bitcoin's not looking good, really. Hold on to support, but barely. Should I end it with this song, man? No, I'm not ending it with this. Alright, y'all be chill, y'all be cool, y'all be good. Respect the TA. Sorry, that... Oh, how the turntable, sorry. I'll be back. Till next time, respect the T. Hey.
robot. I like robots. I have a robot vagina.
I have some evidence Man Bear Pig could be in this area.
That's pretty neat.
Bow to your sensei. Bow to your sensei.
Do you know the way?
I don't know, sir.
That boy is good.
Dynamite!
Adios, turd nuggets.